Welcome back to the Hallmark Channel. Tonight's movie is It's a Wonderful Matthew Anderson's Life. We now return. Oh, I don't know. I think I want to kill myself. No, Matthew Anderson. Don't. I'm going to show you what the world would be like if you had never been born. Come on, look, that's Mike Recine. He's homeless under a bridge. No one ever produced his podcast. He went insane because he doesn't have anyone to call at 3 a.m. and yell at. Oh, wow. Maybe it really is a wonderful life. Hey, Matt, shut the fuck up. Okay. Hey, everybody, that was a little cold open. Maybe we'll do that as a sketch.
Yeah, that's great.
Someday.
You could have your gay Gabriel angel.
What do you mean? Angels don't go to heaven.
The angel's name was Gabriel, and he talked all fancy.
The angel's name was Clarence.
Yeah, Gabriel
was the guy that was like, "Hey,
You're
Clarence
right.
was
Oh my
a
God.
fuck up. He's all about to get into heaven, so he didn't have his wings yet."
Oh,
Gabriel's
okay,
the head
okay.
of the angels.
Yeah, right.
I'm
right.
sorry
Gabriel's like the chief angel.
Yeah.
Oof.
You don't know Clarence?
It's been a while since
Aren't
I've
you
seen that
forced to
movie.
watch that movie every Christmas with your family?
Yeah, you'd think so with my old folks.
Yeah. Anyway, where the hell was I? Oh no, because actually, so Clarence was a guy who was alive, and he ran a child pornography business. But the thing is, he was very fair. Like, he treated the kids very well.
Shades of gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He treated the kids very well, and he had good prices. Like, he had the best prices in all of Astoria.
Story child porn?
Yeah. So then once he died, God was like, "Well, Clarence, you can't come right into heaven, but maybe you got to help some rich guy."
Sure.
Some straight white male appreciate his life.
It was harder back then to make child porn because there was no VHS tapes.
No, you had to do it on a.
You had to draw it.
Right. So really, it was a victimless crime because they were just drawings of children that he saw on the street, and he sold them to pedophiles.
Different
child
size
porn here. Who wants
stick
a child
figures
porn?
having sex with each other.
See, everybody, we like to show you exactly what you're getting when you listen to this show. If this isn't for you, turn this fucking show off, folks.
Yeah, but if it is for you, rate us 5 stars.
If you came here because iTunes was like, "Hey, I noticed you like hardcore history with Dan Carlin. Here's another educational history show that you might like." Well, you're going to be disappointed. Anyway, I'm thinking about building a table. What do you guys? By the way, Ray Gootz is back.
Hey,
what's up?
For part 2 of our saga about the McDonald's scam. I also want to say that, I am thinking about building a table. Thank you. Here, it's down here. And I don't know, because if you buy one from IKEA, it's like $300, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I could just make one. I'm gonna build a podcast studio in my spare bedroom after Andy leaves, which I'm kind of excited about.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm
we're
thinking
gonna-
about doing that in my place
Oh yeah.
where my parents slept. And now they're both dead. So
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
that's all right. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Everybody dies.
People die.
He's like excited about Andy moving out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the room's not that big,
Difference.
but I think that'd be good. I'll have my own little office.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if it's not that big, that's perfect for an office.
So what kind of table are we talking about here?
I was watching people make one out of like just wood, but then you have to cut the wood, I think. It doesn't seem that hard, but the part I'm dreading the most is going to Home Depot and talking to people who are underpaid and want nothing to do with you, because it's like a pain in the ass every time you go there.
Right.
I feel like I'm bothering them, asking them for
Right.
help.
Yeah, because half the time you go there, you have no clue what you're looking for, and they don't want to help you.
They don't want to help you.
And it's like, I need you to help me because
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm buying.
And you
Right.
bring your stuff up like, "Sir, this is not a register, sir. Sir, I am not a Home Depot employee." And they're like wearing an apron. Remember that there was that shooting that happened at Home Depot. Maybe
on
4 or 5
14th
years
Street.
ago on 23rd Street.
Yeah.
And the guy killed his boss, killed himself, and apparently he kept shooting the boss after he was dead. He was like, "Fuck you, fuck you." And
Yeah.
That man is a
stuck
hero.
the gun in his mouth. Yeah, and that's the thing. everyone was like, well, everyone wants to shoot their boss.
Yeah, everyone didn't get really scared after. I worked over there, right? And we went to Home Depot sometimes to get stuff to clean the office.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoa. But I was never scared because it was just like the guy killed himself. He killed his boss.
Yeah.
He didn't want to like fuck anyone else's life up.
No.
He just needed to get rid of that boss. That boss must have been a real asshole.
Must have
You
been an
gotta count
asshole.
all the wood.
And I've had, because Ray and I worked at Caroline's, I've had there's been bosses that I've had there that I've thought about killing.
Yeah.
That were just that like mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like you thought to yourself, if I heard this guy got shot in the street, I would actually throw a party.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people I would throw
Why is
parties.
that guy dancing?
I got fired from a job from this owner of a company, a camera company, and I wouldn't even want to kill him. He's just an asshole. I'd want to like. I want him to be poor. I'd want to like burn his business to the ground.
Right. You're like, I get it.
Yeah.
The guy's an asshole, but whatever, it's done.
But I feel like this guy probably just fired you. He didn't take extra steps to be a dick to you. Like you're fired and your family sucks.
Yeah. It wasn't like that.
See,
at
at Caroline's,
all, no.
You got an ugly mom.
Yeah.
At Caroline's, they take extra steps to make sure that you remember.
They would kind of like, they would like berate you, like they would like break you down like psychologically almost. Yeah.
Huh. Like a pimp.
Yeah. Like a pimp. Yeah. And then you're like, please, I got nowhere else to go. Anyway, yes, I'm going to build this table. I was like, part of me feels like, oh, life is tough and, there's always stuff I got to do. But then I'm like, I was up last night till 3 a.m. just watching videos of people make tables, videos of people use drills. And then it wasn't even like skilled labor stuff. It was like watching people use bungee cords and moving straps to carry boxes. I'm like, if Deb found out I was doing this, she would leave me because she's like, stop being a mover. She's like, stop being a mover, focus on comedy. I'm like, I can't. It's pulling me back every time I try to leave.
The joy of movement.
They pull me back in.
Come out.
Yeah, it's
Where
man's
do you get
work.
bungee cords anyway? Can you just buy those?
Yeah.
Oh, Home
Yeah.
Depot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And actually, I did a job for my brother's girlfriend, and her grandfather gave me some. So now I have bungee cords. So now I'm like, I got to find something to do with these. Yeah.
I liked how you
Do
said
they still have
that.
bungee jumping?
Yeah, but I don't think those are bungee cords.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. I thought
It's
those
probably
were
a
the
special rubber cord or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the cords for bungee jumping.
Oh, well, yeah, but you can use bungee cords to like tie stuff down.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
All right. You guys want to talk about crime today, or you want to just
Talking about bungee
No,
cords.
where exactly do you think you find the bungee cords in that 23rd Home Depot? Right where that guy got murdered?
They'll just
Probably.
yell at you if you ask. I don't know.
What's funny is like it's so easy to just like I go to Home Depot and I just get obsessed with the stuff that's there because I start looking at everything and I'm like because I went to buy a hook for my bike and they had bike hooks that connect to the ceiling. They had big bike hooks. They had square shaped bike hooks, double hooks. I'm like, oh, and I have my bike with me and I'm like, what do I do? I'm
like, Mom.
yeah, and then before you know it, 2 hours goes by, and Deb and the dogs shit on themselves, and like you're fucking,
The Home Depot.
yeah. So anyway, Home Depot's pretty cool, but then I was watching people use like bungee cords. I was watching people tie down like furniture.
You're trying to
for a
master your
load.
trade. You're like, trying to pick up tricks.
And really, it's a lot more lucrative than anything else I've ever done. So I don't
YouTube
know.
is a father figure.
Then Deb's like, I want a wedding, I want a house. I'm like, where do you think the fucking money comes from?
Yeah.
Where does it fucking come from?
It's in the pear. It's in the
She thinks it just appears. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the pear.
Yeah, it's in the grizzly pear.
Oh yeah.
All that
Yeah,
money,
yeah. You got to get out. You got to go up there, go to that open mic in Washington Heights, sign up, sit there for 3 hours, and come home. This is your career. I don't know. I'm gonna end up just like an angry dad who's pissed off, who could have been somebody.
Sure.
I'll make this
Like every long, like
I'll have a
every I
YouTube
hate,
show.
like half the Long Island comedians. Like
yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like you'd figure out a
Probably
way
post
to.
about Obama.
Post about
in the Joe Rogan fan group.
I feel like you'd figure out a way to monetize your kid, for content.
Yeah.
You'd like find like a way to make him an Instagram star. Deb would pimp him out.
Deb would figure that out. I can't be bothered with that stuff because
Oh,
I don't see the result. See, the thing with moving and building stuff is like you move the thing, you build it, then you get your money.
Yeah.
I don't think in that long-term thing where I'm like, oh, I'm putting this towards something that's going to pay off eventually.
Right.
Because it never pays off.
You know, it's gonna be crazy.
No,
when
not anymore.
That Frankie Wrinkles Instagram account starts making money for you guys.
But when? Because by the time he starts making money, he's going to be too old
He's
for
gonna be
people to
dead.
give a shit about him.
He's gonna be an ugly dog.
There's Shar-Pei puppies. There's Shar-Pei puppies artificially inseminated
Yeah.
okay?
But
Matt, every
look
5
at the
minutes,
following that
somebody takes a
Frankie has
somebody
garnered.
jerks off a Shar-Pei, right? They jerk that wrinkly dick. They take the cum, they put it in whatever dog they're going to mix it with or another Shar-Pei. It's like it doesn't matter. There's nothing special about him.
Interesting.
Anyway. So
Yeah.
just one more idea, and then we'll get into the story. I was thinking maybe I want to make a movie script, and it's like Freaky Friday, but I
Okay.
get switched with like a Dominican teenager. so like he's in my body, I'm in his body, and like he says assault like the N-word with an A at the end, and everyone's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, sorry," and then
Okay, so that's the lesson he learns.
yeah,
What do you learn?
and then
What
me
do you
as-
learn?
nothing. I just say the N-word.
You're like, oh, I get to say it.
I just get to walk around saying the N-word, and I'm so happy. I'm like, hey,
And then like him in your body, there's like 90 articles written about you, Daily Beast.
right. He's like, no. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Wait a minute, I can explain. My name is Raul Santos from Washington Heights.
We can say it over there. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We say it to the cops. We blow smoke in their faces.
Mike
It's
never.
like, get out of here, you bum ass. Oh, I said it again. Sorry.
Dude, that'd be so. Mike breaks the device so he can't switch back.
He just listens
right. I'm like,
He just
Dominican
becomes a
teenager.
successful
I'm like-
Dominican teenager who
as
uses
me, I'm
the
like,
N-word.
we got to switch ourselves back. I'm like, I'm pretty happy actually. I really
mom's
like
a great cook.
I like my life the way it is. Yeah, I had pernil. I double parked my car on a side street. Nobody could drive through the street. I just chilled there all day.
Meanwhile, this guy's got a new roommate.
Yeah,
this guy's
Yeah.
got feminists yelling at him on Facebook for saying the N-word.
right. He's like, oh no, please.
He takes over the podcast. He doesn't know.
It is funny like the amount of stuff now a white guy can like get like basically his life ruined for that like a Dominican guy could just get away with all day long.
Just any
Yeah.
person of color.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not fair. I'll say it.
You heard it here.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, so today's episode, we're finishing up with the McDonald's scam. Now, if you guys listened last week, now Matt didn't want to get too much into this because he was like, people are going to read the article and they're gonna
They're gonna get bored.
get bored. But nobody who listens to the show reads.
Yeah. That's why I listen
Right?
to this show.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Let us read further.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from last week, we left our hero, Jerome Jacobson. He's working for Simon Marketing, the company that makes the McDonald's instant win stamps for their Monopoly game. And he's selling the winning game pieces to people that he meets, people that he's not even connected to. They give him a cut. They keep the winnings. And it's a nice little scam that he's got. Now, he was only selling instant win game pieces, right? Because the other part of that thing was like you collect all 4 railroads or you collect Baltic and Mediterranean, right? And you get a prize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, it was the instant wins.
Just the instant wins.
Mhm.
Okay. So he's giving people these $1 million tickets and everything was like pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing with a scam too. Like I don't know if you've ever done this, but it's like you do get away with it. And but there's something about it where you can't stop.
Well, once you get away with something, you want to like raise it up a little bit. All right, I got away with stealing $5. Can I get away with stealing $10? Can I
Right.
get away with stealing $15? You know?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the thing that's different about this scam is like, sure, you're escalating in terms of money, but it's like you're not including one more person in the heist when you steal that next highest level. So like he's including 50 people in this scam. He's
It
going
got
to
too
start to
big.
get freaked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy how bold he was,
Yeah.
you know? Because these people were bad with money.
No,
too.
it's just it just got so big.
Right.
Yeah, because remember the people were paying him for the instant win tickets.
Yeah.
He wasn't like just handing them out to
Right.
like, I like you here.
Mhm.
You know.
I've been thinking about maybe smuggling some, I don't know, weed or vape pens. I heard vape pens are pretty lucrative, and all you have to do is like put that shit in a U-Haul, put it in Home Depot boxes, get like a shitty mattress or a couch, and just be like, I'm moving. If you get pulled over, be like,
You mean
I'm
like
moving a
weed
friend.
cartridges, not the actual pen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't realize how big vape was. I went into a vape store the other day with my friend, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Yo,
Yeah.
didn't this just come out like 6 months ago? Like,
Yeah.
Shelby wants to get
And
the
it's weed?
CBD oil is legal in New York. You can go to any
Oh, yeah.
bodega
what's
or
the
whatever.
CBD oil?
That's I think that's like it
It's
doesn't get you
lube for
high.
Matt's ass before she pegs him.
CBD oil, baby.
Matt, come on, it's gonna relax you. You just put it on the tip of a strap on before she pounds you.
Yeah, I guess it's just like it doesn't get you high, but it has a lot of the benefits of like pain medication and like
Well, it doesn't get you high.
yeah,
Mm.
doesn't get you high.
Well, it doesn't
Oh,
give
it
me
doesn't
cancer. It doesn't get me high. What's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah, I either gotta
Right.
die early. Or...
They serve like weed milkshakes, which is funny. I mean, this point's been made a million times, but like all these white people are like making money off of CBD oil and cannabis and stuff, and there's
Yeah.
like just black people in jail for the rest of their life
For
'Cause
doing
they-
exactly
this
Right.
3-strike thing
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
the Clintons, by the way, the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she would have made everything better.
No, yeah, she would have fixed the country.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we wrapped up our story last week when Jerry Jacobson meets Jerry Colombo. Jerome Jacobson meets Jerry Colombo. Colombo's loosely connected to the Colombo crime family. He was probably more involved in it than lets on in this article.
Yeah, he's pretty damn involved.
But Jerry Colombo's got a wife named Robin. They had a son, and one day they're driving. Jerry's pager keeps going off, but he doesn't answer it. And Robin's going onto the highway, and she gets clipped by an 18-wheeler. And they said the car was dragged to it like 2.5 miles or something before it crashed into a concrete wall. Which
So
seems-
nobody thought to stop the like. Hey, look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's not real. I don't know what happened, but so they had to use the jaws of life to get Robin and her son out of the car.
Yeah, and he like crawls out of the wreckage,
He
but
crawls out.
you know he can't
But he dies.
hack it
And
at
then
the
he just
hospital,
he
right?
collapsed. Like, remember in Usual Suspects with the two cops?
Mm-hmm.
No. So remember the scene in Usual Suspects where like they blow up the cop car, like there was a corrupt cop car,
Mhm.
and the guy who's a fat drug dealer just gets out of the car and falls over because he's like too fat.
Too fat to burn to death.
Yeah,
It's like
too
that-
fat to stand up. The Matt's mom story coming to the Hallmark Channel.
Okay. All right.
Your mom's like 400 pounds, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody look her up.
Yeah.
Sweet lady.
Nobody look around.
So anyway, so at the funeral, now here's how weird Sicilians are. At the funeral, they're like, so at Jerry Colombo's funeral, his parents are like, "What happened to my son? Why did you kill him?" And actually, the reason his pager kept going off was because his mother saw in a dream that he was going to be like killed. She
Okay.
was like, "I knew something bad was going to happen."
That's why you get to answer your mom's phone calls.
Yeah,
Right. And so like Robin's got to be freaking out.
she's freaking out. Yeah,
Mhm.
because she knows that like maybe someone's gonna. And then like Jerry's parents are like, "Don't worry, we'll keep the New York family at bay." Which it's like that's fucking insane. And Gotti did that too. When that guy ran over his son, you know,
Yeah.
which we know was an accident. You know, they killed. I mean, that was a weird situation.
Wait, did you
But-
read the part where they go like the only reason we know it wasn't your fault, it was an accident.
Or you
if
wouldn't
we
be
thought it was your
standing here.
fault, you'd be dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't be here.
yeah.
Like what a nice
Just a weird. Yeah, what a great group of people, huh?
Yeah.
Sicilians. Wow, what a just understanding.
Yeah.
You know, pragmatic.
Yeah.
Not acting on their emotions.
And in this article, they made sure to include that you guys Sicilians were the first to do the lotteries and sweepstakes corruption back in 1522.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yep.
they made sure to include that black mark.
right. Well,
bucks.
everybody contributes something, you know? Now, I think my papers are unorganized. Ugh. God damn it, Shelby. All right. So
So where are we going next?
We gotta-
He meets this guy on a farm.
Well, I sort of know, what happened. So Robin's always afraid of, being killed. Actually, even before Jerry died, Robin was struggling with her marriage, and she was on the phone with Jerome, and she was like, "Oh, I can't make it work," and he was like, "Well, you could just marry me." Like, that's how arrogant the guy was. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna steal a maid guy's wife. Nothing bad will happen there."
I guess he figured if they came to shoot him, he'd hand them McDonald's prize tickets. Hey, come on, how about some more prizes?
Yeah. He had
That's what happens, guys. If you're in a scam, don't be horny. I can't stress that enough. Every time you do something scam related, you jack off first. It's gonna ruin you. Maybe we should take a quick break to get these papers in order.
Well,
I
okay,
think they're
so
all out of whack.
All right, we'll take a quick break. But the next part is Don Hart. He meets it on cruise.
Oh yes, the hearts. Yeah, that's right. Then
He meets
another
Don
guy.
Hart.
All right, go ahead. You fill us in here.
Take us. Okay, so he's looking for a new scam because his connection's gone. This guy died in a car accident, so he meets this guy on a cruise. And he's just like tells him.
Yeah,
it's just really interesting how he just tells him. But he meets Don Hart and his wife.
Which that's like an interesting relationship because like when you're on vacation, you meet people, you travel with them, you do sort of have this like friendship with them that is only going to last those couple days. Like, you ever like meet another couple or like meet someone traveling.
We could be friends forever as long as we never have to work or have to be literally anywhere ever again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like an interesting bond. Like we used to go to Wildwood every year, and one day like our condo door is open and this guy just walks by with a pizza. He's like, "You got any 6-year-olds in there?"
And he became your new uncle.
Yeah. So he goes, "You got any 6-year-olds in there?" My mom goes, "I have a 7 and a 5-year-old." He goes, my son is 6. If you want to get together and go to the beach. And I ended up becoming like good friends with this guy's son. I guess it's weird that he asked that way.
Nowadays, if they asked like that, they just really would have tackled him. Beat him up.
You got any 6-year-olds in there?
Oh God! The stuff you used to get away with.
Am I a hack? All I do is make fucking pedophilia jokes.
No, that's
a true story.
It's a true story.
So
got any 6-year-olds in there? My mom goes, My mom goes, "I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old."
That'll do. Bend them over.
Okay,
he's
perfect.
Like, what if he's like,
perfect
rats? He just walks away.
I really like him at 6.
Doesn't even have kids.
It's a number thing.
I still remember the guy's carrying a pizza, and his son was 6, and he's like, "Let's all go to the beach tomorrow." And his son's name was Michael Carr. And we became good friends. And then following summers, like we didn't take vacations because my retarded brother ruins everything. And
all right,
dude, I went home. I went to Jersey, like, because I had to go get my car.
Mm-hmm.
My brother does this thing where he likes to switch beds. So there's a middle bedroom in his bedroom, and throughout the night he goes to different beds.
Okay.
So he was in the guest bedroom, and I was like, I'll just go sleep in his bed. And then at like 6 a.m, he's hovering over my bed, like implying that he wants me to like leave. I'm like, "You want me to go away?" He's like, "Yes." So I had to switch beds so he could be insane.
Did it feel nice? Switching beds? Because sometimes like I'll get up in the middle of the night and pee, and I'll come lay on the couch.
I love passing out on my couch.
And then I'll go back to bed like after an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes the couch. It's amazing to just fall asleep on the couch watching TV.
Oh yeah.
But have you?
So anyway, this guy goes, "You know, 6-year-olds." So even following summers, I would vacation with the cars. So my parents would drive me down to Wildwood so I could have a vacation. I'd spend it with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This guy gave you pizza every time. I hope.
You're looking for new 6-year-olds.
Yeah, and then I saw him on the balcony, and he's got the pizza, and he said to another family, "You got any 6-year-olds in there?" And I'm like, "What? Hey,
that was our thing.
It's 12. It's over."
Yeah. I remember his mom was like kind of hot, and he was kind of a brat because he was like an only child. And he's like playing with this penny, like scraping it against the wall, and he swallowed it by accident. And he goes, "Mom, I just swallowed a penny." And then his mom was like Midwestern. She goes, "So look for it in your poop." I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
She's like,
"We're not going to the hospital for that."
Look for it in your poop if you want the penny back so bad.
Oh man, it's weird. You got to be careful about saying shit like that to kids, just
What?
in case they do start going through their shit.
I don't think any kid's
shit.
gonna
I know.
like go
Some
through their
kids,
shit.
I mean, think about like 12-year-old, 10-year-old. Kids
By
are
the time you're
retarded.
10, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not touching my shit.
I
mean,
know I was, but
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was 5, I was like walking around my front lawn and there was like a block of something brown and I didn't know what it was and I just stepped in it and as soon as I stepped in I was like, oh, that's dog shit.
I had a story of a friend who was convinced by his older brother that it was chocolate,
And he ate it.
and he ate it.
Yeah, that's sadistic, but that's
That's
like an
pretty
older
bad.
brother thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like a 6 or 7-year older brother too. So it was like super.
Oh,
He must have been in his prime. 15 versus like 7.
yeah. I think if you don't do evil shit to your younger brother, though, it's like suspect. 'Cause
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
does it. Anyway, so he meets this guy Clark on a cruise ship.
Hart.
Hart.
Yep.
He meets Hart on a cruise ship. He's like, "Hey, I got some checks for you." And what ended up happening with that?
Yeah.
with
So
that
Hart
guy?
was a honest businessman, but he's like he still wanted to just see if it worked. He got the $200,000 game piece, and then he was like, "Whoa, okay, I don't want to be a part of this at all." So Hart basically cuts ties, and he sets him up with 2 different people who were a little more greedy, a little more seedy. So
Yeah.
the first was Richard Cotier, and we'll get into him in a second. And then the other was Andrew Glome.
That's the guy who's like in a wheelchair, right? Or he's
That's Baker.
oh, Baker. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glome is a gregarious gambler, Spanish-style home living in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, he was kind of shady. Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the one who was an old drug trafficker, and like all of the victim, or all not the victim, all of the people that he chose to win, who he recruited, were all like
Former criminals.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of them former criminals. Let's see here.
Because it's not like you could see this working if he just kept it with like, you know,
White-collar people.
white collar Southern
Yeah.
people who like own a fucking chicken sandwich restaurant.
Italians
gotta
naturally keep
gotta
their
keep-
mouths shut.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say they're natural. I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I was gonna say they're naturally criminals.
Jewish people keep their mouths shut too. When it comes
Right,
to
Jewish
they?
people too.
Deb must not be Jewish or Italian because she doesn't keep her mouth shut at all. She's like all the time. There's no secrets. And then she was showing me this video of like a speech pathologist last night that she like hates. She's like, watch this girl, I hate her. And we're watching like 7 minutes of it. I mean, this is why women don't really have anything.
What was
because they're
wrong with
always
her?
tearing each other down.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
What was wrong with her?
really, that's like it's your fault. But she just didn't like her video. The girl was like showing people what she bought at Trader Joe's. And Deb was like, this isn't fucking speech pathology. And she's like, you always get mad at what other comics are doing. I want to show you what this like shitty speech pathologist is doing. So we're watching like 7 minutes of this video. And I wanted to put it in my Instagram. So she's like, no, don't do it. Everyone's going to know. I'm like, you're the one who says like, you never lie. You're not ashamed of anything. But you're
Right.
making me watch this speech pathologist. This girl who's helping. This girl,
Was it boring? The video?
it was boring,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like this girl who's helping children. You want me to like shit on her with you?
Look at
And
this
share your
asshole.
hatred. Look at
But
this
a good
piece of
boyfriend
shit.
does. Did you find something wrong with like her physical features? Like, oh, she's ugly.
Yeah. I was like, this bitch got weird feet.
Do
Unlike
you see her feet?
No. No. But the girl was doing a video where she's like, guys, I just went to Trader Joe's, and she's like showing people what she bought at Trader Joe's, and Deb was mad about that. And I'm like, let people. I don't know, but we do the same thing with comics all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Nothing better than to just
But
be like,
female comics too. With like when I, like for example, like a year ago when I was booking like a lot of female comics over and over again, every
Yeah.
female comic has something to say. Like I need you
Yeah.
don't book me because I'm not this chick. And it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I thought you were
Jesus.
supposed to be supportive.
They act like they are, but
Yeah.
they're a bunch of crabs in a bucket.
Once a chick gets something, then they just tear that girl down.
And that's why men have built so much, because we know how to stick together.
Yeah.
Right, boys? right, Matt? You fucking retard.
Sure. Can we take a quick break here? I need to replace batteries.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We'll be right back. Then we're back. So, all right, where were we, folks?
You're not going to do an ad? I thought. Okay.
I don't know. We've done all the ads. We've done Blue Apron. We've fucking took them down a peg. You suck my dick.
Legal Zoom.
Legal Zoom. Hi, everybody. I'm Robert Shapiro for Legal Zoom. I helped a murderer not go to jail for obviously killing his wife. Do you need some divorce papers? Maybe a standard contract? Go to LegalZoom.com. I'm a criminal.
Isn't he dead, Robert Shapiro?
No, everybody else is dead. No, actually, Dershowitz is still alive. Cochran and Kardashian are dead.
Okay.
And you know, say what you want about Anthony Cumia, but they were talking about that on O&A one time, and Cumia was like, "Man, the second Cochran made that rhyme, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. God put a fucking tumor in his head."
I would not be surprised.
It's like you got a point. I don't know why. Maybe like Dershowitz is just evil. Maybe that's why he doesn't. And then Shapiro's still alive. But Shapiro seems like he was kind of an okay guy.
Shapiro kind of seemed like he wasn't that into it.
Yeah.
After a certain point.
But he was like the head of that legal team, right?
Yeah, but I think Cochran really became the head because he was the one. I'm going full speed ahead.
Yeah.
You know, and like I think a lot of other people were like, I don't know about this. He was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm getting the cops.
Yeah.
Cochran. But you know, like I was watching the documentary and I get that the cops were assholes to LA, but I still feel bad for what's his name? Fred Goldman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he had to like go through that shit. You know, your son gets murdered and then you could like have this guy making rhymes.
The media circus, yeah.
To get the killer off.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if we can do an episode on OJ because this show's about organized crime and he didn't even saw our head off.
Very organized. But he still got away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe though. We'll see.
White anger about OJ is funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like people are real mad about.
But see, I don't think there's evidence out there that he didn't do it that nobody talks about.
Really?
Like every waiter in that restaurant either got fucking attacked or murdered or killed. Like every single person that worked there, and they never report that.
Is that
like
true?
Like if every fucking waiter at New York Comedy Club got murdered, but like one waiter, like Louis C.K. was accused of that murder, but then every other waiter got murdered too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think like there's something going on at New York Comedy Club?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, and then the other thing is a year right before Ron Goldman got killed, his ex-manager got killed the exact same way with the exact same cut dimensions.
Is that true?
On the but nobody talks about this.
Shit.
And then like during the trial.
We could do a whole episode about how OJ's innocent.
Yeah, because I kind of think he is.
That should be.
He's just too stupid to articulate. He keeps getting himself into trouble.
Wow.
I didn't do it, but if I did do it,
I'm just gonna write this down now.
Yeah,
and we'll have you back.
We'll have Ray back,
and we're gonna talk about OJ Simpson is definitely innocent.
I mean, sometimes I read some of this stuff, and like the other big thing was so that the trial is about to end, and Ron Goldman's best friend is at an ATM. And these black people come up, they tap on the shoulder, they shoot him 3 times in the stomach, and he knew some stuff about Ron Goldman's and the girlfriend, because the girlfriend was in the car watching him get shot, said this has something to do with OJ, something to do with OJ. And the report in the LA Times, it gets buried in like page 72, and said their girlfriend said this is tied to the OJ Simpson trial, and that's it. And then they never even followed up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like to think that like people in government and journalists, they all like do a fucking bulletproof job, but they don't.
No, they don't. And like they just kind of like buried. Why would you not follow that Ron Goldman's best friend gets murdered during the trial, his best work friend.
Yeah.
And their girlfriend says this is tied to OJ. This is and they don't even follow through.
Maybe OJ got someone to kill him?
Well, no, the prevailing theory is that he knew that the drug dealers killed Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown. Like he knew because that restaurant was big for drug dealers.
Oh.
And all those waiters were basically like drug dealers on top of being waiters. And the other thing too is that no one talked about Ron Goldman and the manager got into a screaming match over who were going to bring the glasses. And the manager wanted to bring the glasses, and he goes, "I'm bringing the glasses," because they
bring
both
the glasses where
to Nicole Brown.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So the other rumor is the manager got him fucking killed because the manager was with the drug dealers and stuff. So there's all these weird little things that nobody brings up either in the trial or in the press.
But Ron was fucking Nicole, right?
I think I gotta reread it, but I think like the manager and Ron wanted to fuck Nicole,
Oh.
and they were like making a play for her.
Is that
Jeez.
the Cuba Gooding is that good? That
I heard it's really good, yeah.
But I don't think it could be better. Did you watch the ESPN movie Made in America?
Oh, that's the documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch both.
The documentary is so good. I can't imagine the show even being remotely as good.
I think it's got to be more entertaining.
Well, the show is kind of cheesy because like
Right.
all right, cool.
Okay, so Baker brings in his sister-in-law Brenda Phoenix, right? He's like, why don't you do it? But she kind of like fucks up, right? He gives her a $500,000 ticket, and she panics.
Yeah.
And she disappears with the money.
Yeah, and they like have to confront her at an airport, and they like stake out an airport.
So that was crazy. So what happens is like Baker and his wife are like at the airport, like waiting for flights to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From where? I don't know. They got her an apartment or something.
Yeah, they got her an apartment. And she just took off with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they find her with like a cashier's check for $480,000.
Yeah.
$28,000 in cash.
And they're yelling at her at the airport, and the feds are videotaping it. So some like old Mormon guy in a wheelchair is being like, "Brenda, you fucking bitch! You fucked me, Brenda! You fucked me! Whoa!" And then his wife's like, "Brenda, what are you doing here? Come on, y'all! This is really bad, Brenda." Yeah. This is going to be a good movie, but I don't want to see Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in this shit.
We know that's what they're gonna do.
They got to do it with like
regular looking people.
Right. You don't have those actors now. Like, there's no like William H. Macy or John C. Reilly.
No,
there's no Frances McDormand now. Like people who are like kind of like regular people. It's all these like good looking movie stars.
Yeah, it's so funny. I've been watching new Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And David Lynch just kept all the same old actors, and he found actors that look like weirdos and stuff. And all you see are the complaints on when I look up the discussion from a year ago.
Yeah.
Why does he have so many ugly actors? Well, these people are too old. It makes me feel sad. It's like, shut the fuck up. This is what people look like.
In the 70s, everyone on TV was old.
Yeah.
You weren't even allowed on TV if you were. Yeah. So anyway, okay, so they're yelling at Brenda Phoenix. Now, someone had tipped off the FBI. I don't know. Did they make that clear who it was that tipped off the FBI?
I think it was related to the drug runner.
Okay.
I think because the drug runner kept giving to so many sketchy people. Okay. Somebody put two and two together. I think it was him. Yeah.
I thought Robin thought that it was the mafia's fuck you to her. Wasn't it?
But they didn't know about it, I don't think.
I think the mafia knew about it because of the son that died.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I think they got mad at her because she stopped letting the grandson see the Sicilians.
Yeah, and that fucking freaked him out.
That's right. Yeah, that was a part of it.
You don't take your fucking grandson away. We'll take your McDonald's.
Hey, we're going to teach him how to extort small business owners. Yeah. Yeah, she didn't like Robin didn't like the influence of her son's grandparents over him. Now, also... So the whole time the FBI is building a case, and the way the FBI builds these cases is what they try to do is they try to gather as much information as possible from people on the outside. So what they're trying to do is gather information from the people on the bottom so they can bust the people on the top.
Yeah.
So that's when you get your Adriana Lacervas, your Eugene Pontecorvos, your who else was a rat in Sopranos? Your Raymond, whatever Raymond's last name was. Have you seen Sopranos?
I have. I forgot all except for Adrian's name.
Okay.
I know her, but I forgot all their names, the little ones. I know them by face.
That's when they just catch them. They start fucking because they want to get to the top, but they want to gather as much information without people, finding out.
To get Tony.
Yeah. So they're building this case. They have the case, and I don't know. I didn't find that many details about the case.
They like encouraged McDonald's for one more sting, right?
Yeah, McDonald's had to do one more contest,
and they were like,
catch him.
"What the fuck? We know it's rigged now. Like this is bullshit."
But the CEO has a statement like he's some hero. I had to do it for the people. Right. Well, shut up.
The most fucking strategic.
Well, he felt
statement.
bad because McDonald's their business was suffering, I guess, back then.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like, "Oh, no one's coming in." So he's like, "I have to pay out." So he felt sort of sometimes we don't feel bad for CEOs and shit, but it's like that Stringer Bell quote from The Wire when he's like, "Now I know why they make all this damn money because everything comes down on me." Right?
Yeah,
sure.
This was also around the time
I've seen quite a bit of it, but I don't remember.
This was also around the time of Super Size Me, which really fucked them.
Yeah. Oh, it did?
Yeah. By the way, I
Right.
heard rumors that movie's not true at all. Like,
No?
yeah, it was like complete fiction.
He totally got hard. What do you mean it's totally fiction? His health problems and shit?
He didn't really eat McDonald's that many days.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Oh.
No, it was he ate it like for like a week.
Which there's plenty of people who eat McDonald's every day and they're
Yeah.
like skinny and they have a ponytail and they have a trailer and they're doing fine.
Sometimes I'll go to McDonald's because I'm just like I hate myself and I want to die.
Yeah.
And I'll look at some people eating McDonald's and it's like these beautiful women and like I'm like, what the hell? You know, it's like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of nice Latino women in our McDonald's. They're nice kids. There's a quite large play area. You could pick up
well,
some
that's 'cause
nice
you have the play
ladies
area.
down
You
there.
have a play
Yeah.
area. You're gonna
You should
invite
go to
riffraff.
McDonald's after this.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about serving a crudité, like like nuggets and like
Nice.
toothpicks.
Did you guys ever have a birthday party at McDonald's?
I think some kid
I had one.
somebody
gone
did,
to one.
and I thought it was I remember thinking it was weird, but then somebody was like, "No, it's the best. They give you a bunch of McNuggets. You
They
use
do.
the
They
play
give like a
place."
buffet. Like they treat it like a here's your first course, and it's like an egg McMuffin.
That's
here's
so
your second-
fun.
Yeah,
But they had like really. It was actually fun, but it was. I don't think they do them like that. But it was like basically like just a junk food party. you
Yeah.
know, like-
Yeah.
there was a kid named Sean Baguki in my 5th grade class, and he was kind of like a white trash. He was like nice, but he was like, and he would invite everyone in the class to his birthday party. And then you go to the party, and there's like 5 people there out of like 24 that he invited, and you're like, God damn it! It's like you, like the Aaron Mitchko, the kid that everybody hates.
Yeah.
and, like a bunch of parents.
Yeah, and his mom just like smoking and yelling at you.
I went on a play date with an autistic kid once because I was too nice.
yeah.
We went and saw James and the Giant Peach together.
And
They had
those are
play dates
always
back
that's
then.
always such a
Yeah.
bigger that's always such a bigger commitment than you think it's going to be.
It's so huge.
Yeah.
But
Because then they want to be your friend.
The alternative is being mean to another person.
I
I know.
would just shove them down when I was a kid.
You did?
I was.
And then life shoved you down.
You know what the funny
Life
thing is?
paid
Like,
you back.
I looked like a nerd, but I was actually a bully.
Uh-huh.
So like other nerds would come up to me, and then I would just like tell them. To
Wait
help
a
their
minute.
mom.
Wait a minute. A nerd who bullies people?
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I would just shove them down. I was the first
That's a
one.
strange new phenomenon.
I
I,
started
haven't
the-
noticed.
Yeah.
I would just
All right.
I would just shove them down, make fun of them. I call them faggots for liking wrestling. Meanwhile, I've been liking wrestling now for 20 years. But this is like when I was like 12.
Right.
What are you like, little men in panties? You fucking faggot.
Yeah.
And then I got into it.
So anyway, one morning, the feds, they do a bunch of pre-dawn raids. They arrest everybody. They knock on Jerry Jacobson's door, and everyone at the company at Simon Marketing is like shocked that the guy who inspected their shoes was stealing game pieces.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, that was a big embarrassment. So like you don't hear that much about this. I'm sure McDonald's paid a lot of money
But the
to
other
cover
thing
it up.
too is the trial started.
Oh, this is the best part of it.
9/11 hits the day after.
Yeah, September 10th.
Yeah,
2001.
Yeah.
so like
They're like, well, I'm glad we got those people who were
Right. And this guy
I'm
who
glad we
went to
saved
jail,
McDonald's money.
this guy who went to white collar jail
That's
was
right.
like, if
You'll
they would
never-
have spent more time investigating brown people like they should have
But
been.
it's true though.
The FBI just has a whole McDonald's division. They're like,
Right.
that's right. You'll never sell fake chicken nuggets to school children ever again.
Like,
we
let me
weren't
tell you
hurting
the
nobody.
plane,
If I-
the
if I
plane
had-
crashes into the tower. Right
If I
after
had to
that.
choose a reality where this guy is still running that scam and the towers are up, that reality wins every fucking time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck this guy ran a scam at McDonald's. Good.
Yeah. Well, that's because George Bush was like, "Hey, forget about those guys. Don't, it's all right. Don't worry about it. They're not. That's nothing."
I loved okay, so like they're talking to Jacobson and he thinks he's got 2 get out of free jail cards.
Yeah.
He had the fact that they made them rerun the numbers whenever it was supposed to go to Canada, they're like redo it.
Mhm.
You know? So he knew about that
And the St. Jude's thing.
and the St.
And
Jude's
they didn't
thing.
give a shit about St. Jude's.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like,
like-
you just did it to make yourself feel good. You never get
Yeah.
rewarded for being a good person.
That
by the way.
coupon was
Right.
expiring and you couldn't find your Patsy.
Whenever
Meanwhile,
you
some
try to be
kid
a good
doesn't have cancer
person,
anymore.
they always like accuse you of having an ulterior motive.
Yeah, but that's what they did. He did get accused of that.
Yeah.
They thought that he just gave it to St. Jude's because he couldn't find the it was past the deadline.
Ooh,
The deadline was coming up to claim
right.
the prize. So he was like, I'll just send to these fucking cancer
That's
kids.
how the movie should start.
Yeah. Hmm.
They-
Oh, yeah.
No, in the movie version, he'll be like, but I gave it to those kids, and they'll be like, you do have a heart of gold. And
Right.
the woman he loves will embrace him.
Yeah, like the Whitey Bulger movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
right.
how they did the Whitey Bulger movie. I never saw it.
I heard something about that movie. I haven't seen it, but it seems like they do try to make him like a hero.
Okay.
They sort of glorify him a little
I
bit.
gotta
And
see
I saw somebody watch the movie on a plane. I saw a guy watching it, and they did like the way they sort of did this murder, because I think the guy's headphones came out or something, so I could hear the movie. Anyway,
This is the Public Enemies with Johnny Depp.
with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I heard they try to make him like a real.
They make him like, and he's doing a murder, but they do it like he's like dramatically shooting a guy with a shotgun. Like,
he was misunderstood.
Like, yeah, get him, Whitey. Whitey, like how I like my neighborhood, because I'm from Boston. That's not a good. All right, guys, I can't be good at everything. Folks, we got to wrap up here, right? All right, so 9/11 happens, but you know what? The feds got their man.
They got the McDonald's guy.
Right.
So a lot of the other people, they didn't go to jail because they were like sort of inadvertently dragged in.
Yeah,
they thought they were actually buying real winning McDonald's tickets,
quote unquote duped.
Right. But who ends up going to jail?
The guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Wheelchair guy. Literally, like everybody.
And that's like prison. That's like a prize in prison.
You can't run.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
like, you don't have
Jacobson
to-
went to jail for 15 years, and he went to jail the longest. The next highest was like a year.
What if the guy Baker is like taking a shower in prison? He's like, oh, and I didn't even drop the soap, and someone just dumps him out of his wheelchair and rapes him.
No, they use him like as a beanbag chair so they could rape another person on top of him.
Yeah. They just use his wheelchair.
That should be the ending of the movie.
It's easier. It's easier on your knees. If you rape
Matt
someone.
Damon in a wheelchair just getting raped in the ass.
We got a couple different routes they can go.
The
movie should end with the FBI.
They just take his wheelchair for like 15 cigarettes. He's got to crawl on the floor. That is the other thing with like white collar criminals is they don't get sent to jail with like violent people.
Yeah, no, they get sent
to
to
like a
Club
resort.
Med.
Yeah. Anyway,
Probably got skinny at fucking. It
Dude,
was like a weight
once
gain.
they showed a map of like a this CEO who like basically schemed his company out of all this money.
Uh-huh.
They showed a map of his cell. He had a kitchen. He had a bathroom.
Yeah.
He had a living room with a leather couch. This is his jail cell.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And a flat screen TV with like not flat screen. It was like a big.
You
screen
ever
TV.
see these prisons? They're fucking nicer than my apartment.
Yeah, I'm like when I saw this guy's prison, I was like, I want to go to fucking prison.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Remember that guy Anders Breivik who shot up that Norwegian? I think it was Norway. He shot up this like youth camp.
Yeah.
He killed like 80 people. This is
Yeah.
in 2011. He killed like 80 people. He was complaining about his jail cell. He was like, I don't have the right PlayStation games in here.
What?
Because
He
all
had
he does is like,
PlayStation?
he had PlayStation.
And he
I
shot
think
80
it was
people.
PlayStation 4. Yeah, he killed 80 people and they gave him a PlayStation.
I gotta go to that
Fucking
fucking
Norway. Yeah. Fucking.
It's like a ticket system.
Dude,
Oh,
fucking
you don't
commie
have 80
scum.
tickets?
If you gave
Yeah.
away PlayStations here, you know how many people would get shot? I would shoot up like 15 people. Yeah. Get that fucking PlayStation.
Yeah. You commie piece of shit. Anyway, so now one thing they mentioned in this article is that right before Jacobson goes to jail, he shakes hands with Special Agent Dent, and they were like, maybe he saw a man that he could have been, because Jacobson wanted to be a cop,
Yeah.
but what his bum leg or something.
Yeah, he was a total pussy. Couldn't hack it.
He had a chode, and then they wouldn't fit around the cop pants.
That's the
everybody-
last part of the test. Is like,
everybody
let
gets-
us see your dick.
Yeah. Everybody could see his chode, and it stuck out. And no one respected him. And when he walked around the neighborhood, black kids would be like, "My man got a motherfucking chode." And they blew weed smoke in his face. Anyway, so how does this story end? He does what? Now he was facing 15 years. He was facing like 50 years.
Yeah, he
And
was facing
plead-
a lot. And
I
then
think he plead for 50.
right.
Yeah. And
Plead for
he's out.
15.
He's out and he's in poor health.
Yeah, he's 76 years old. Right now.
Well, it has a happy ending. Yeah, 76 years old, living in a trailer,
Yeah.
and then he said he still talked to that other guy. How
And
long
they-
did
every now and
Baker?
then
How long did Baker go to jail?
I think a year.
Yeah, it was like 100 and
But he has to pay $50 a month every month to pay back the winnings.
yeah.
Which that's like getting off easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
$50
you're
a month.
just garnishing your and like
Yeah.
hopefully you should have stashed a little of that money away and they're like, where did this money go? And you're like, I don't know. But you know.
Yeah.
You gotta get a little bit that they didn't touch, hopefully.
Yeah.
Did you like the part with the Robin who like glanced at her lawyer's papers, and it said she was going to do jail time, and she's like, "No!"
She tried to run out of the
She
courtroom.
runs out of the courtroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
she's
only
kinda
18
ridiculous, that
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
How
pretty-
How many years of prison could you do for this podcast?
That's an interesting question, but I'll just start at 2 years and then ask follow-up
But
questions
what type
like why.
of prison are we talking about?
What type of prison exactly? What happened?
In
What
Honduras?
did they do? 0.
If it's that prison cell with a PlayStation, I'll do like 5. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
goes to prison in Honduras and he puts on like brown face to disguise himself. and then when some liberal on Twitter is like, brown face is never okay, and he's like, actually, it got me through prison in Honduras without being raped. I was only raped twice a day instead of 9 times. All right. You ever worry about stuff you say on the show coming back to you?
No,
Here and there.
I mean, at this point, I mean, everything's gonna come back to all of us. I don't give a shit. At this point.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
All right, everybody. So I guess that's it, right? Anything else? Anything of note? 9/11. 9/11 happened. In
I think
9/11
the movie
happened.
should end with the FBI team having a celebratory dinner,
Yeah.
and they're like toasting each other, and then the
Yeah.
TV cuts to 9/11. To the towers.
Either that
being-
or the camera just pans over to like a calendar, like,
Yeah.
like a word of the day
It's like
calendar. 9/10/01.
A word of the day.
That's
What's
what
the
we should
word?
end.
What? Word of the day?
That this giant team fucking.
Yeah, what's the word of the day?
Yeah, missed 9/11.
It's like a Far Side cartoon or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it just pans to the clock.
Yeah.
the word of the day would be like arrogance,
Yeah.
bureaucracy. You make a statement, you know. Anyway, guys, if you're in the Philadelphia area, we got a live show on October 3rd, huh? That'll be pretty fun. We're gonna have some comics. We're gonna maybe we'll talk about Philly crime. We're gonna interview some people.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to figure that out. But that should be fun. You can. I don't know. I don't think there's a ticket link yet. There should be a ticket link.
Yeah. I just found out. I thought you said September 3rd before.
Oh, October 3rd.
Yeah, I can't go.
Why?
I have a family thing. My uncle's 70th birthday. It's a family reunion. I'm leaving October 3rd through the 7th.
Hey, bad news, everybody. Matt won't be there. I'm very sorry to say.
Ticket
Oh,
sales is
man.
plummeted.
Scott Chaplin
you know?
will be there or something.
Because we have a lot of people. Yeah. The show. People are.
We get it.
Yeah. Sorry to all you Matt heads.
We're driving to Philly.
Sorry to all
we
you,
get it.
all you Mattonites out there.
We get it.
All right. Well, that's okay. I'll find someone to record it. And then check out Ray Gootz's album. It's called what's it
Go down
called?
swinging.
Go Down Swinging.
Hell yeah.
Available on bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
You can pay whatever you want. Also, Deborah wants to decorate her classroom because she works with underprivileged kids. So I might start a fundraiser for that, so she can buy
Oh, okay.
supplies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And might
I
take
was wondering where this
volunteers.
is
I
We
might
were like
take
hanging on your
volunteers.
words, like being like, what's he going to say
Fuck him.
next?
Fuck
She
them.
was showing me pictures on Instagram of all these like classrooms and stuff, like these nicely decorated that people. It's obviously private school, or the
Right.
teachers' husbands have money or something.
No
but,
public school I
but-
ever went to.
But she was like, "Wouldn't this be a better?" Yeah, but she was like, "Wouldn't this be a better learning environment, for kids?" And I'm like, I think it's better to go to a school that sucks
Yeah.
because then you're like, I
You're
want to
forced
make
to learn.
money and be somebody.
You need
Right?
one good
Think of
teacher.
the too many decorations.
You want a
get
colorful
distracted.
classroom, right?
Sometimes when there was a lot of cool shit in my classroom and the teacher
Uh-huh.
was boring, I just tune her out and like look at all the posters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I think being in bad school is good, but like having one good teacher just
Yeah.
to show you, be like, you got to get out of here, kid.
I could be like him.
I had one good teacher, and then he turned into such a fucking pussy. We'll talk about that another episode.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, every good teacher I had, now that I'm friends with some of them on Facebook, they're just total fucking losers.
Yeah, this guy was like my favorite teacher. He was like really cool, fun. He like unfriended me on Facebook, I think.
That should be the end of the movie. Rob
Yeah.
Williams unfriends Will
yeah.
Hunter.
yeah.
Like, like I had a teacher like that, and like she heard my act, and she was like, "Well, it's a little dirty." I go, well, "You inspired me to do this,
right,
shit, twat."
Right.
You know?
No, but that's the end of that movie. They're just all the feds are having a nice dinner at Applebee's.
Yeah.
And because they busted the guy, they treat themselves. They're like, you know what? Let's get Southwestern egg rolls and potato skins. Huh? We earned it.
Sure.
I'm gonna get guacamole on my burger. I've never had that before. What's guacamole? And they go, to the feds. And then a camera pans over and it's 9/10/01. To the feds, man. We always catch all the bad guys. Keeping a watchful eye over this great nation.
No one will ever hurt America.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. All right.
And listen to my podcast, 20-Year-Old Movie.
Listen to 20-Year-Old Movie
podcast.
podcast.
Waterboy.
Yeah. And also, guys, like I said, if you want, support us on Patreon. You know, a lot of work goes into this fucking show. Thank you for supporting the show.
Yeah.
If you subscribe, you get a bonus episode. You get $5 a month, you get a bonus episode. And you know what? You can cancel anytime, and we won't be offended if you do. People unsubscribe from our Patreon all the time, every day. But why don't you give it a shot for a month? You know, see how it goes.
Yeah.
We don't have ads. You know, so
for now.
Right. $5 a month. Come on. Your mother can give an extra hand job and give it to you. Venmo you. You know, and then you can support artists.
Yeah. Go
like
steal
us.
your grandma's credit card.
Steal your grandma's credit card and pay for it. All right. That's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.